Hey everyone, it's Mike from Orderflows here, and guess what? I'm back. It's been a while. It's been over a month since I made a video, and I did get quite a few emails from people asking, hey, is everything all right? Why we got no videos? My customers know that I've been, still doing the weekly training seminars. I like to keep the good stuff for the customers, but I've been sick honestly for the last couple of weeks. And I'm finally just getting over it. I still got that sore throat. And, I've been working on some things, some projects that I've been wanting to get done for a while. So, I'm sort of wrapping up those projects and, I might give you guys a little sneak peek into, the quote, order flow algo that I've been working on for quite a bit, which should make, at least my trading a bit easier. So, I'm going to just make a quick video for you guys here today. Today in the S&Ps, we had very, I don't say quiet session. It was one of those misleading sessions where it looked like it was kind of unchanged for the day, but we had kind of had a decent, market was kind of weak most of the morning. Cash opened up here this morning. This is November 6th. It's hard to believe it's November already. It's like Thanksgiving feels like it's next week, even though it's still another couple weeks away. Right off the cash open, you see we hit the high, and then you got a very strong negative delta. Now, granted, minus 1237 in the delta is a big number, but it's coming in, right within the first couple minutes of the cash open. So I'm not too surprised to see a big delta number, but it's a negative delta number, which is not good. Then again, it's followed by a strong negative delta as well, minus 1578. So the first three bars of the cash open, strong positive delta going into the high, and then at the high, strong negative delta, followed by an even stronger negative delta. And what happens is the market starts to sell off. But more importantly, every time you would start to get a little bit of a rally, you'd see the rallies just sort of peter out. Honestly, what you're seeing since the cash open here at 8:30 is mostly negative deltas, just seeing them down here on the bottom, right? At any time you'd string together some positive deltas, like you see here, you get 178, 344. Okay, that's just two. But 84, 94, 500, then minus 400, plus 967. So, you're starting to string together some decent positive deltas, 558 plus 967. Then you get a 166 here, just kind of thinning out. Then you get a negative delta. Then you get a small delta of 127. Then a negative delta, then even a stronger negative delta. So, you're starting to build some positive delta momentum going in here. And then it just came in and whoomp. It sort of ate back all your positive delta here. You had the strong 900 here. Then the next bar here, minus 478. So these two bars here sort of took out whatever you were building right in here over the last, from 854 to 902. All that positive delta that you were accumulating, it just all of a sudden gave it all right back in the period of two bars. And then it goes down, trades new lows. Okay. And then you start getting, again, another half-hearted rally. The low had negative delta, then the bar afterwards, positive 346, positive 69, positive 728, positive 300. And you're thinking, hey, this is it. Now we're going to probably rally from this low up to the highs, maybe. And you start going up, then where's your strong delta? Where's it continuing? You got negative 33, positive 59, minus 147. And then you look, hey, I got nice positive delta, 1,000. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the move that's finally going to happen. And what happens? It comes right back. Next bar, positive 1,068 delta, followed by negative 1,213. And then the bar afterwards, minus 1,000. So literally, these two bars, again, all that positive delta momentum you were building up here, it gave it all right back within the next two bars, just as it did with these two bars here. Okay, so what are you expecting? You expect this market to really start to rally? No, because now you've had two instances. Taking away this cash open where the bar with the strong delta coming in here. Okay, take that away because that's the cash open Monday morning. It's going to do what it's going to do. But you had a little rally here, and then it just gave all that back in two bars. Another little rally here, gave it all back within two bars. Okay, and then you get another little rally going here. Now this one's starting to look maybe, okay. You see nice strong delta, 538 here, then 63, okay, not the end of the world. Negative 273, again, not the end of the world. positive 144, minus 79, positive 158, positive 293, positive 608. Hey, this is it. Green, green, green. Another green bar, positive 421, positive 414. Okay, it looks like it's building, right? Delta's getting stronger here. 158, 293, 608. Okay, 400. Okay, 421 exactly, 414. Then the red candle, minus 202, minus 422. It's not looking good. Now, it's not coming in with strong selling in 2 bars after you sort of peak out here, right? It's just minus 200, minus 422. You know, the previous bars, you got 158, 293, 600, 421, 414. But this is where it gets a little bit interesting because even though it's going up on slightly less delta, 608 than 421, minus 414. Now, 421 to 414 is what? 7 contracts. Now, is that enough to say that the delta is really declining? Because again, it's only 7 contracts. It's not like it's declined from 421 to 214, you know, like 200 contracts. It's only declined 7, but technically it did decline as it's going up, which again is not a good sign. But again, maybe you're not convinced and you just want to see how it's going to peter out. Negative delta, negative delta, negative delta, and then minus 688 right here. Okay, minus 596. So again, a little bit of a rally, gave it all back within 2 bars. A little bit of a rally, gave it all back within 2 bars. A little bit of a rally that this time the delta was kind of decreasing on the way up, although minusculely, it's marginal at best, but technically it is declining. Minus 200, minus 400, minus 200, minus 600. Excuse me. So it is declining. So you've had 3 little rallies that were just given back really quick in the delta. Oh, sorry, I got to drink some water. Do you think this market is going to rally at all? It's only 9:44 in the morning. So if you get any little bit of a rally, maybe you might want to sell it, right? Here, you get a little bit of a rally. Plus, you know, this delta is plus 800 and then just minus 200, minus 95. Maybe you can sell it in here. Okay, a little bit of I don't want to even call this a rally, but again, you could probably sell that in here. Any of these little rallies, you should be thinking maybe these are opportunities for me to sell. Now, you know, this sort of concept is a little bit more advanced for some traders to understand because you're really just eyeballing what's happening in the delta as the market rallies, followed by when the market drops. It drops pretty quick, right? In this case, it dropped over 2 bars. Over 2 bars. This one, it took about 4 bars for it to really give that convincing sign, right? It's minus 200, minus 400, minus 200, minus 600. Again, you got the 1 bar with big positive delta, 887. And then it's just all negative delta, right? You're looking at minus 200, minus 95, minus 128. What are you waiting for? Okay, I know there's selling coming in here. I should be getting short, 84.5, right? It trades up to 85, where it drops down to, you know, the 81-ish area here, right? Get a little bit of a bounce up here. Some deltas, 213, 288, and then followed by negative delta, more negative delta. If you're getting short in here around 82, 81.5, you know, it's a nice quick move down into the 70s, you know, 79, 78.5 area. Again, another little rally up here. Not convincing rally up here. Look, as you're going up, delta is just 4, 3, 268, then negative 64, positive 14, minus 310, minus 108, minus 101, right? You could be looking to sell it in here on the way back down. Now, you know, later in the day, we did make that low that we did have that nice rally from down here. Excuse me. This is one of my favorite trades to take. This is the bullish divergence, right? The new equal low with positive delta and a bullish ratio, the 44, which tells me some form of price exhaustion taking place down here. Followed by another 2 bars later, you got this nice stacked buying imbalance with 2 thin prints, 2 zero prints in the bar. Apologize for my coughing. Market started to go sideways, pulled back into that area where you had that strong aggressive buying. The market rallied, pulled back down. Now this zone here, right? This is where the stacked imbalance is right here. You can see it just came right down to the top where here tested it. Where am I here? Here we go. Okay. It went back up a little bit, came back down. Again, we haven't broken the low yet. Low is 4.25. We got down to 4.5 before we start turning back up there. But these ratio and divergences, whenever I see them, people ask me what's my favorite trade to take. This is one of them. I don't have one favorite trade. I have sort of a handful of trades that I like to take because, again, market, you can only trade what the market gives you, and there are different market conditions at any given moment. Okay, so something like the ratio and divergence may only happen a few times a day because it's only going to happen at the high of the day or the low of the day. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's about some of the interesting order flow for today. It's interesting. I get some strange emails. I got an email today from somebody, and he's very upset at me. He says, "Oh, the order flow trader software doesn't work." All right. He says it doesn't work on the new version, which is just crap because I'm running literally on the new version, 8.1.2.0, which is the most current version that's out there. But he sent me a chart of the bonds, okay? 5-minute chart, right? You see we're trading 112.29, okay? His chart, okay? He's got his chart centered. For some reason, I have no clue, at 149, or was it 145? I forget. He's got it like this. He's got his chart set like this, at trading at 149 even, or 145 even. I can see all the data on the bottom because he sent me a screenshot of the chart saying, "Oh, there's nothing on my chart. It doesn't work." So I sent him a nice email back saying, "Hey, you know what? You need to center your chart, right? On NinjaTrader, there's this little thing up here on the upper right-hand side of the screen. Just click to rescale. If you just put your mouse button over it, you see, right? It says click to rescale. Because, of course, you're not going to get anything on your screen if you're at the 140 handle, right? 145, 146, 147, 148, 149. All you got to do is just click that button. For some reason, it doesn't want to, but whatever. But anyway, guys, I'll show you the thing that I've been working on lately is this, my Orderflows Algo thing. And again, it deals a bit with supply and demand. It deals with swing highs, swing lows, right? Which ones are tradable? Because, markets trade from swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, right? And down. Now, again, not all swing highs and swing lows are going to be tradable, okay? And, you want to find the best ones, okay? And that's, sort of the rabbit hole I've been going down for the last month or so, month and a half, actually a bit longer. I've just been getting very intense on it for the last couple of weeks. I think that's one of the reasons why I got sick. Well, that and the weather. I went trick-or-treating in a snowstorm here in Chicago suburbs on Halloween. It's bizarre. We got like 1.5 inches of snow on Halloween. But, we've been burning the midnight oil, trying to get this thing programmed correctly, what I'm exactly looking for. And, getting back to a conversation that I've had before with things like supply and demand and order flow on certain markets, right, follow it much better than others, right? Markets that don't have a lot of retail participation, where it's just the traders that are trading it, in my opinion, oftentimes follow order flow much better. Why? Is because really what's driving the market is supply and demand. It's not speculative money. So, for example, okay, there's a contract out there. I mean, most of us, we're familiar with the interest rates, right? Bonds, 10 years, 5 years. But not everybody understands that there's newer contracts out there called the ultras, right? There's ultra bonds, UB, there's ultra 10s, TN, right? And the people that are trading them are the banks. You don't have a lot of retail speculation in them the way you do with, some of the currencies. This is Euro currency chart, or even like the E-minis or MES, right? A lot of stock indices, there's a huge retail participation part in there. But if you look at a market like TN, Ultra 10s, following order flow, following supply and demand, it just blows all these other markets out of the water. People always ask me, what's the best market to trade? Well, it depends. Why do you want to trade? Do you want to trade to make money, or you trade for action? Because they'll say, oh, I want to trade to make money. Well, what markets are you trading? Well, I'm trading NASDAQ. Well, why? Oh, because I saw some guy posting on YouTube or some guy posting on Facebook that they made $975 on their SIM account, 3 days in a row. Okay, so what? Why don't you stick to the markets that are easy to read, right? That can help you as a trader understand the market and trade it successfully, right? So this is like why we've been developing. That's why I spend a lot of time, with my program over the last month to work on this one, because this is something that is, definitely I've been wanting to get this done for my own personal trading. I don't know if we're going to even release it to the public or what, but because I said I develop a lot of tools, just for my own use, and supply and demand. When you couple it with order flow, it just blows everything out of the water, right? And again, this is ultra 10s, right? I mean, you can look at a market like this was currencies. Okay, that's look at this. Even if you go down to, right, if you're a day trader, right, scalper, in and out of the market, very quick, right? 15-second chart. People say, I don't want to trade a 15-second chart. Well, could you trade a chart like this if you know where these levels are, right? Okay, so you try to get long here. Okay, you take a bad, you get stopped out here, right? But I have these zones. There's a whole concept of trading with supply and demand, right? Because you can trade pullbacks into supply, right? If I know supply is coming in here and market trades down, it comes back up into supply here. That's my place I can get short again. Comes back up, I can get short again. It hasn't broken through this level, right? This zone is drawn out here, starting here. So you can see how these levels are holding, right? And look at this. Markets are going up, pulled back right within that zone, right? That's why we draw out these zones so we know exactly where, where we could add on. Like, so, say I were to buy this pullback, I buy here. I know that if this market comes down to this level, I'm out. That's a 15-second chart, right? Again, whether you're trading a 15-second chart, I don't know, a 50-tick chart, right? I mean, they look a bit alike, honestly. I mean, you could even go into other contracts, right? That's Euro currency, British pound, right? That's how British pound looks. Okay. Again, that's a 50-tick chart, right? Maybe some people don't like a 50-tick chart. They want to stick on a more traditional 1-minute chart. Maybe some people want to trade faster, a 30-second chart, right? If you'd be selling up here, you should be selling this high, not necessarily this high. You tried to sell this high, okay, you started coming back up, and this high is the one you can sell, right? Again, from 124, this area right in here, to 25 down to down to here to 20, right? You got this a lot of time in here. You can be selling it. Where's the trade down to? Where's your next buy signal? Down here, 123.80, right? You get this little bit of a rally. Now there was a zone drawn out here, but it just didn't qualify to get the triangle for the sell. The sell came in a little bit later down here. And again, 71, 73 down in here, all the way down into the 40s, right? The previous day, right? It was Friday. Look at that. I mean, this was a beautiful day up. I mean, 120, you know, before the number came out right in here, he was given a buy signal. Okay, he did have this short here that didn't really pan out, but then you're getting long again here, 52, all the way up into 90 in here. So anyway, guys, that's what I've been working on for a while. There's a few other indicators we've been working on, but this one's been sucking the life out of me. Late nights, you know, conversations with the programmer, getting everything working fine. But again, you know, reading the order flow, my opinion, is the best. Really, all indicators do is help you understand, right? It sort of takes the heavy lifting off. You know, people ask me, well, what should I get? Should I get a footprint or should I get indicators? Well, an indicator, right, it just reads something specific in the order flow. Okay, so like today, right, I was talking about in the order flow, ratio and divergence here, but then I was talking about the deltas here. Okay, that's two different things. So it's not all going to be the same. But if you're just looking at an indicator, you have to define what it is you're focusing on. Whereas when you're looking at the order flow, you sort of have the flexibility to say, I see something else developing in the order flow. All right, so again, guys, I'm going to try to be a little bit more proactive, get some more videos up for you. I just want you to know I got proof of life. I am alive. I've just been very busy with a lot of other things that I've just been wanted to finish before the year end. So thanks, everyone. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.